Your next comedian tonight, fantastic. I've heard very big things about this gentleman, so I'm actually quite eager to see this. This is Mr. Myles Christensen.
How y'all doing tonight? So I was shaving my balls the other day with a straight razor, and I sneezed. Knock, knock. Eunuch? You nicked yourself shaving, I see. But anyways, I need an easel. So I'm Myles. And I'm running out of places to bury people that make metric jokes. Other people, however, tend to assume that I was named after Miles Davis, the great jazz musician. But if my parents named me after their favorite musicians, my name would be Johnny Cash, Slim Whitman, or Boxcar Willie. I'm a recovering redneck. By redneck, I of course mean that I no longer shop at Walmart. I do not refer to the hamburger helper as a delicacy anymore. And I just shaved off my Alberta stash. Traded it in for my BC stash, which is 2 ounces of high-grade weed hidden underneath my sofa, dude. Do you know what the best way to treat a recovering redneck is? Well, with a good moisturizing cream with generous amounts of tallow and vitamin E. Best taken orally with a shot of Jack Daniels. But anyways, I was raised in Calmar, Alberta by my redneck family. Progressive rednecks, but rednecks nonetheless. Like, for example, my uncle only recently came to terms with the whole concept of gay marriage at his son's wedding. And he proclaimed it loudly and proudly with a speech written by his usual speechwriter, Mr. Jack Daniels. And it went something like this. It's tickled pink to see you gays finally evolved socially and legally to the point where you too could wake up to the same butt ugly face every morning for 25 years. Ah, sit down, Doris. You know I love you. Now, my therapist has suggested that I might be bipolar. And my response to this is, what did you fucking call me? Not because I have any problem with the disorder itself, it's just that I prefer the old school term, manic depressive, because I believe it more accurately reflects the theatricality of my condition. And well, bipolar just sounds like I'm a sexually confused bear. I've written a little poem I like to call Ode to a Bulimic. You were thin and beautiful, but your teeth are rotten and blue. X-Lax is not a dessert, and your finger isn't too. I worry about your health, but rather enjoy you in the nude. But I don't think it's fair that I have to pay for your food. Now, my mother cried for 2 days after I was born because I was so goddamn ugly. I cried for 2 days because it was cold in the garbage can. Now, my anorexic fiancée and I were getting ready to go out to dinner the other night when she came out of the bathroom, half-dressed, hair's a fucking mess, and the makeup running all down her face because she'd been crying. And she asked me, tell me honestly, do you think these jeans make my ass look fat? And I'm like, no, your distorted body image and your issues with your father make your ass look fat, those genes just make you look cheap. Now, if anybody wants a piece of history, I will be selling these exquisite works of art for $5 a piece at the end of the show, and I promise you that 50% of all of the proceeds will go to my drug and alcohol habit.
Folks, Myles Christensen, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't really cater to the blind demographic, but he's a sexually confused polar bear unto himself. Myles Christensen, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause.